Dill pickle peanut butter. A culinary abomination that should not work, and yet for a certain palate it is a revelation. It is the ultimate reconciliation of opposites. The creamy, rich, slightly sweet fat of the peanut butter provides the perfect canvas for the sharp, acidic, herbal punch of the dill pickle. It is a sandwich that challenges your preconceptions of what food should be. It is weird, it is wrong, and it is absolutely, defiantly delicious. It is a lesson in not judging a thing by its components, but by the surprising alchemical whole they create. Fried onion cheese. The art of amplification. You take a simple, fatty, comforting block of cheese, you coat it in a crispy, savory, salty shell of fried onion. You have not merely added to the cheese, you have created a new substance altogether. The molten, stretchy interior against the shattering, flavorful exterior is a textural masterpiece. It is decadence defined. It is the transformation of the humble into the sublime through the simple, glorious application of heat and oil and onion. It is a heart attack on a plate, and you will thank it with every blissful bite. Jalapeno wafers. Not a chip, but a delivery system for a controlled escalation. The initial crunch is benign, a simple, corny vessel. Then, a split second later, the heat arrives, not an overwhelming inferno, but a bright, green, spreading warmth that builds with each subsequent wafer. It is a snack that demands engagement. You cannot mindlessly eat jalapeno wafers. You are in a dialogue with the capacian, a dance of pleasure and pain. They are the perfect companion to a cold beer and a deep conversation, a tiny, edible dare. Fruity granola berry. The breakfast of cheerful optimists, a symphony of textures and false sweetness, the crunch of the toasted oats, the chewy resistance of the dried fruit, the little explosions of the freeze-dried berries. It is a food that sounds healthy, that feels virtuous, but is often held together with a honey glue that sticks to your teeth and your ribs. It is sunlight in a bowl, a promise of a productive day, a colorful, clattering mosaic that is more dessert than fuel, but we pretend otherwise because it makes us feel good about ourselves. Yogurt milk. A celebration of bacterial transformation. Milk in its pure liquid state is one thing, but when introduced to its microscopic allies, it undergoes a glorious metamorphosis. It thickens, it sours, it becomes something entirely new and wonderful. Yogurt is that process celebrated with exuberance. It is the tangy, cool, probiotic embrace of a food that is alive. It is a quiet ecosystem in a cup, a testament to the fact that change, guided by the right cultures, can result in something superior to the original. Spaceship beings, eat me alive. A cry of ecstatic surrender to the unknown. It is the desire not just to meet the alien, but to be utterly consumed by it, to be taken aboard the vast, incomprehensible vessel and dissolved into its greater being. It is the ultimate expression of cosmic curiosity, a willingness to sacrifice the individual self to the vast, terrifying, and beautiful mystery of the universe. It is the antithesis of fear. It is a passionate, screaming yes to the possibility that there is something out there so much greater than ourselves that being its lunch would be the highest form of communion. Nicotine. Instant dopamine release. The lie your brain tells you. A key that fits a lock you didn't know you had. The inhale, a sharp, slightly painful scratch in the lungs. The hold, a moment of suspended animation. The exhale, a wave of chemical calm, a sudden false sense of clarity and order. It is a transaction with a demon you invited in yourself. You trade long-term health for a moment of immediate fleeting peace. It is a puppet master whose strings are invisible, pulling you back again and again for one more hit of quiet, until the quiet is gone and only the need remains. Canopy. The gentle veil, unlike the sharp, targeted strike of nicotine, canopy is a soft blanket thrown over the nervous system. It is a slow, creeping warmth that starts behind the eyes and spreads to the limbs. It is the amplifier of sensation. Music gains new layers. Food becomes a complex adventure. A stupid joke becomes the key to the universe. It is the substance that whispers, slow down, look closer, feel deeper. It is a tool for introspection, for laughter, for quiet companionship with the self. It is the great softener of the world's hard edges. Reserved for emergent concepts. This page is left intentionally blank. It is a placeholder for the thoughts that have not yet been thought, the connections that have not yet been made. It is an acknowledgement that any system, no matter how comprehensive, must leave room for the unknown, the unplanned, the serendipitous spark that ignites a new understanding. This blank space is a promise of future expansion. A map of interconnections, a visual representation impossible to render in text, showing the tangled, beautiful nonlinear web connecting rubber plants to ego death, dill pickle peanut butter to Afrofuturism, and jalapeno wafers to the erratic maniacal breakdown. All points are connected. Every title in this memorandum is a node in a single vast humming network of meaning. The pattern is there if you know how to look. Conclusion: there is none. This is not a document that concludes. It is a catalog, a collection of seeds. Some will find fertile ground in your mind and grow into strange new ideas. Others will lie dormant. A conclusion would imply a finality, a summing up, a moral to the story. There is no moral. There is only the ongoing, chaotic, and magnificent process of being aware. The memorandum is not an answer. It is a tool for asking better questions. Now go and build your own.